We're living in uncertain times, but you don't have to put your future on hold. At Tri-C, you can move ahead while staying safe and saving money. The majority of fall classes will take place online, but we've added a variety of formats to meet your learning needs, and we've taken many steps to keep you safe on campus. Whether you're ready to get started or your four-year plans have changed, check out Tri-C's programs and resources, because Tri-C is where futures begin.
Well, hello, everyone. Let me tell you a little bit about Brown's Football Insider. For only $3.99 a month, you can get text sent right to your phone each day from me, Dan Lobby, Scott Pasco, and Ellis Williams. In addition to that, you'll receive a Football Insider newsletter every day with special things from us, things that you won't see anywhere else on the site. You'll get breaking news, analysis, features, film breakdown, and things like that. Texting us directly gives you a great chance to cut through the clutter of Facebook, Twitter, other social media, and avoid the trolls. Also, it's the only way to get your questions on the Orange and Brown Talk podcast. So why should you sign up? Try a 14-day free trial. You can cancel at any time. All it takes is one text, but you won't want to cancel. We have hundreds of subscribers join us over the last year. They love it and have stayed with us. We're seeing the Football Insider community grow every week. And it's only $3.99 a month, which is less than 14 cents a day. What I like most about Football Insider is the opportunity to connect with you one-on-one and really communicate with you. So how can you become a Football Insider? You can click on cleveland.com/Browns, the blue banner at the top of the page. Or easier yet, text me at 216-208-3965. Again, that's 216-208-3965.
It takes attention to detail. With your local Bryant dealer, you're getting more than just a technician. You're getting someone who pays attention to your needs and the little things that make a big difference. It takes a dealer you can rely on. And to keep your family warm this winter,
here, let me show you how this works.
It takes Bryant.
Bryant. Whatever it takes.
And to keep your family comfortable, it takes Smiley One Heating and Cooling. Find them at smiley1.com.
Welcome back, Les Levine, along with Andy Baskin. Andy, you're the TV guy. What happened there?
I think we lost the connection. That's all there is to it. I mean, Les, let's face it. You're doing your show from your, and by the way, it is immaculately clean. And there, I just want to say that. I am so impressed that you
like
wake up early in the morning and clean.
Three Stooges better than the Marx Brothers?
I wasn't really a big Marx Brothers guy because I was too young for that. But Three Stooges, I used to watch them every day.
Who's your
and
favorite
my brother
one?
Would.
Any of them?
Curly, Mo.
Yeah.
Maybe more of a Mo guy.
All right. Stephen A. Smith said some nice things, believe it or not, about the Cleveland Browns and about Baker Mayfield. And it's been low-hanging fruit all the time, and it's easy to just grab onto it and say nasty things. But Stephen A. is pretty impressed with Baker Mayfield.
Yeah. It's interesting to hear how people, all across the country are saying good things about the Browns. And, I was talking about Pharrell in the beginning, and Pharrell was talking about Myles Garrett. Pharrell's a Pittsburgh guy through and through. And he just said, at the moment when Myles got in the incident last year, he just thought everything that was horrible about him. And then, being the man of the year, the Walter Payton man of the year for the Browns, kind of changed his mind about it and saw the video of him helping out with water overseas and, helping areas and with people that need help. And, I go back and I think about Myles Garrett, and Jeff and I have talked about this a lot, that was just, 4 or 5 really, really bad seconds of his life. And that shouldn't define him. And he's done a really, really good job of making sure that doesn't define him.
From a football standpoint, though, they're double and tripling him. And you'd like the other guys to come out and help. They're trying, but they're just not succeeding. And it seems like that's the way it's going to be for a long time in the career of Myles Garrett.
Well, I think the other thing that's crushing him right now is the is the whole notion of, not holding in the NFL and, not calling the holding calls. And I mean, in that Tennessee game, I saw a half Nelson, a full Nelson, a takedown, pretty much every. And then at one point, I saw one of the refs just put up his arm and go like this, 2 for the takedown. So it was good. I mean, he is not getting any help at all.
I saw Ozzie Nelson. I don't know if did you see him? No.
I did not. No, just the Everly brothers. That was it.
Okay. All right. So what do you think about this game? Is it, I hate this term trap game, but is it a trap game?
No, the Jets, I think, would be a trap game before Pittsburgh if they were looking ahead to playing Pittsburgh last week. I don't think there's any trap to this game at all. I think the Browns know after losing to the Ravens, and I don't think that there's anyone in that room that believes that the Browns can't lose but should be able to win every game they play. So I think if you ask me what Kevin Stefanski has done to really lock this team in, it's that you hear it every week. Hey, it's a one-game season. It's a one-game season. It's hard to win football games. We have to go out and take care of business. I don't think there's anybody on this team that's super cocky that they would believe that they couldn't lose to the Giants and have to respect them.
Yeah, but how about this? As Stephen A. Smith, you can feel how you want to feel about him and all. He's kind of, a lot of it is for fun and publicity. But he thinks legitimately that if there's a team that can beat the Kansas City Chiefs, it'll be the Cleveland Browns. I don't know if I go that far. I don't know if they can. I'm not sure about that, but that's pretty high praise.
He's not the only one that said that. In fact, most people will tell you that the Ravens are just a horrible matchup for the Browns because of Lamar Jackson. And that, if the Browns offense can beat up on Kansas City's defense, I mean, can you imagine how many points we would see in that game? Kansas City against the Browns?
Yeah.
Oh,
the winner would have
the over-under would be 90.
Yeah, I was going to say the winner will score 55 points in that game if the weather is okay.
Good point. Well, it wouldn't be here, so.
Well, that's true.
The game
would
Kansas City is. Kansas City.
Yeah, Kansas City. I think it snows there a little bit also. I think.
It's always 10 degrees warmer in Columbus and Kansas City. At least that's what they tell me.
Is that right?
No.
216-575-0403. If you want to get in with Andy Baskin, you can do that. What are you laughing at? I find that you laugh a lot at some things funny, some not so funny. Is there a signal that we have that we'll know if it's supposed to be funny?
On the air?
Yeah.
If I'm laughing on the air, it's genuine. It means I'm not asleep. I guess that's half the battle.
Tell me, I know this answer, so I'm just setting it up. What time do you get up to? First of all, you got kids in school playing hockey at all crazy hours of the day. And then you got to do the research for the show, which, by the way, he does a lot of that. And so what time are we talking about? What time does your day start?
Today, 4:45. Today was a 4:45 day for me. So I was on the ice by 6, off the ice by 7, back home by 7:30, and then just diving into notes, trying to grab something to eat. The good thing is the kids are home right now, so tropical storm's on the bus at 6:20 as he sits on the other side of me. 6:20 every other day, and tropical storm's sister is here by when? She's also in the room.
What is this?
When are you at school by? Some days she starts at 9. So 9? Yeah,
what is
9.
this? Take your kids to work day?
Every day is now it's actually take your dad to work day, right? Because we're at home with them all the time. I mean, we're having trouble just keeping bandwidth going in the house between the two of them and my wife also working online. So we're just happy when the internet works all day.
Oh, like ours just didn't.
Yes, exactly. Maybe I should go back home so it'll work.
It happened to anybody. Let's take a break. We'll come on back in a moment. Andy Baskin with his 92.3 The Fan. More sports and less. Levine continues. And we are powered by cleveland.com.
Transform your home for the holidays with an authentic Nature Stone basement floor. Add more livable space, inhibit the growth of mold and mildew, and improve air quality for your family. It's the healthier, more beautiful basement floor that's easy to clean and never needs replaced. That's why it's backed by Russell's Promise. For a limited time, get more Nature Stone than ever before with up to half your basement floor free. Schedule your free cost estimate easily online today at naturestone.com to qualify for your free flooring. It's not just a floor.
Wow, it's Nature Stone!
When it comes to selling you a mattress, most retailers are handing you a long line of extra steps that drive up costs and create confusion. At the Original Mattress Factory, we simplify the mattress shopping experience by building mattresses and box springs in our own local factories and selling them direct to you. It's short, sweet, and simply makes sense. So experience more than just the mattress store. Experience an original, the Original Mattress Factory.
Presque Isle Downs and Casino has sports betting. Use one of our 50 state-of-the-art Bet America kiosks to place your bet and watch your favorite games on one of our many HD televisions or visit our sportsbook area. Only at Presque Isle Downs and Casino.
More sports and less Levine with Andy Baskin. Look at this. Today in sports history, December 17th, 1991, Cavaliers defeat Miami 148-80. Let me repeat that, 148-80, 68-point margin of victory, still the highest total in the history of the NBA. How about that?
Wow, what a game. I mean, what's weird is to think, I think about that game being in the middle of the season. The season hasn't even started yet, right?
Right. Good
Crazy.
point. And you mentioned Columbus, working in Columbus for a while. What a week this has been for Columbus with the MSL soccer, or MLS soccer, and now Ohio State with a chance to get itself back into the finals. Columbus has become a great sports city.
Well, it is. I was down there last week. I was in Newark for hockey, which was weird. I didn't even realize they had a rink, and they had built one down there. And the sports community in Columbus has grown since I worked there. I mean, I left in 2000 to think all the things that have happened there in the last 20 years, from, the ballpark to the to Nationwide Arena to just becoming bigger than Ohio State. It's pretty impressive, and there's always just room to grow. And, we always talked about Delaware County getting bigger and bigger and bigger in that area. So Columbus is very impressive. And I'm excited for the crew. I'm excited for anybody that's been a part of the crew for a long time. It's interesting because I was thinking about Jamie Roots, who's now with the Dallas Cowboys, who's the president there. He just had a book come out last week, and Jamie was the president of the Columbus Crew when they first came out. And Lamar Hunt was one of the original owners of the team, and Clark Hunt then kind of was working with him at that point. And I was thinking back to the history of the franchise with guys like Brian McBride, who played there. They had some. Brian Mazonoff. They had some amazing players when the franchise first started, and you could see that there was this thirst for people in Columbus and in Central Ohio to have something to root for other than Ohio State. Because let's face it, not everybody in Franklin County is a Buckeye fan, and if you're not, it's really in your face, and people force it down. But when you are a Buckeye fan, it's the greatest feeling in the world, especially when they get to a national championship or they win a national championship. So I'm happy for Columbus. I'm happy for the Haslams too, because they get a piece of that championship, and hopefully maybe they can get a couple more here soon with the other team they own.
Did the NCAA, or I'm sorry, did the Big Ten Conference do the right thing in letting Ohio State in?
Absolutely. They won. I mean, they won the East, right? Or the West?
Yes.
Or they won. They won it. It didn't matter if they played another game. So, that's the bottom line. They're the best team in the Big Ten, and the Big Ten's crazy if they don't move forward and let them play. And you make up a rule. That's all we're doing this year is making up different rules. Sure. So why wouldn't you drop the rule to let them in the championship?
Yeah, Dabo Sweeney took a shot at it, but I mean, it could have happened to anybody that way. And at least it's a clean title, it's undefeated, and a chance for the Big Ten to flourish here. Let's take a look. Northwestern, not the same old Northwestern, but here you have it. Their record now 6-1. And they lost to Michigan State, which has a Cleveland Heightsian. What do you Heightsian? What do you guys call?
Heights High? I don't know. You're just somebody from Heights, I guess.
Yeah.
From Mel Tucker. And Mel, I mean,
Mel Tucker.
Mel's done a good job. And, I think about, Mel's been everywhere, right? Mel coached for the Browns for a while.
He did.
And could not, it was one of, it was at Ohio State with Tressel. And
right.
Mel is probably one of the nicest, classiest guys I've ever met in all of sports.
Well against his father, and then you can say the same thing about him back in the old days. And I wish Mel good luck. He played. My son was on the Heights basketball team, and Mel was the starter and was tremendous. But he was always nice to my son, and I wouldn't forget that. But you look at Northwestern, and you don't see how they can compete. But because you don't have any flow to this season, anything can happen.
Yeah, that's a good point. I think as long as Ohio State's healthy, though, I don't think there's any problems in this game. I mean, they need to make sure that they're healthy and they can play. And, the only thing that can stop them, I think, is themselves.
I would guess. Ryan Day is filled in more than adequately, right?
Yes. Yeah, I mean, they haven't missed a beat. And, when Ryan first got the job, it took us away from the history of Ohio State where, you felt like you'd have somebody who had some kind of previous tie or went to Ohio State or something. But, I mean, he's done such a great job. And those guys love him. They absolutely love him.
I have a friend who had a meeting with Coach Meyer this weekend or this past week. And he says he's still 100% Buckeye. You think there might be some bad feelings, although that can go either way. But he's still a biggest Buckeye supporter there is, and that's glad to hear. I emceed a dinner with Urban Meyer. He went into the Greater Cleveland Sports Hall of Fame, and couldn't have been nicer.
Yeah, I've never. I mean, I ran into him. He was recruiting at Bedford, and we just had a great talk. And we talked about a lot of things, but we talked about Dom Taberry, who had just lost his daughter in a car wreck at that point. And the passion that he had. Dom is a longtime Columbus sportscaster that I worked with at Channel 10 down in Columbus, and just salt of the earth, great guy. And at the time, it was just like it was devastating. And he was there to recruit, but I was at the game covering the game, and we sat there and talked for a good 5-10 minutes just about Dom. And I mean, I was impressed. I was really impressed, and that was just even have a little bit of time with him while he was recruiting and looking at guys at Bedford at the time. It was pretty cool.
We talked about your hours and anybody who does it in this business. Can you imagine the amount of effort it takes to recruit people all over at that level? Although I think when you get to be Urban Meyer, you don't make as many trips as some of the guys who work for you, but still, that's got to be just taxing on you physically.
I think one of the greatest recruiting stories I've ever heard, and I don't even know if it's out there, was Jim Tressel was recruiting a kid from Columbus, and he was trying to get him in. I'm not going to say the name just because I want to make sure I'm right. So, but he was meeting with the parents, and the parents were hesitant on the kid playing for Ohio State, just because being at home and a lot of things going on, and they started this whole conversation. I don't know if this is folklore or not, but it's a great story. They started a conversation, and the father started drilling Tressel about, what was important and things, and talking about having faith and religion and believing in God. And the reason that the kid ended up going to Ohio State was because the father signed off, because in the middle of the conversation, the father started a verse from the Bible, and he paused, and Tressel picked it up right in the middle and finished it. And that closed the door on a kid going to Ohio State. Just pretty amazing how smart Jim was. I would look back at him and appreciate everything he did for Ohio State too.
Let's come back in a moment with Andy Baskin, 92.3 The Fan, more sports and less Levine, powered by cleveland.com.
Transform your home for the holidays with an authentic Nature Stone basement floor. Add more livable space, inhibit the growth of mold and mildew, and improve air quality for your family. It's the healthier, more beautiful basement floor that's easy to clean and never needs replaced. That's why it's backed by Russell's Promise. For a limited time, get more Nature Stone than ever before with up to half your basement floor free. Schedule your free cost estimate easily online today at naturestone.com to qualify for your free flooring. It's not just a floor.
Wow, it's Nature Stone.
When it comes to selling you a mattress, most retailers are handing you a line, a long line of extra steps that drive up costs and create confusion. At the Original Mattress Factory, we simplify the mattress shopping experience by building mattresses and box springs in our own local factories and selling them direct to you. It's short, sweet, and simply makes sense. So experience more than just the mattress store. Experience an original, the Original Mattress Factory.
Presque Isle Downs and Casino has sports betting. Use one of our 50 state-of-the-art Bet America kiosks to place your bet and watch your favorite games on one of our many HD televisions or visit our sportsbook area. Only at Presque Isle Downs and Casino.
Let's check out our birthdays for the day, December 17th, 2020. Leo Cardenas, who talked about the Cincinnati Reds. He was before the Big Red Machine. Ernie Kellerman, former Browns player, and played at Chanel. He was not number 5. He was not Chanel number 5, but he was a great quarterback in high school. And speaking of Chris Rose, at Miami of Ohio. Pop Fly was born in 1947. Chase Utley, Manny Pacquiao, and J.K. Dobbins, who scored a touchdown for the Ravens last week. So that's the story. Andy Baskin with us, more or less Levine on this side. Monday, we've got, before that, Friday, we have Dave Bacon with his weekend winners, and Dan Lobby from cleveland.com will join him. I'll be back on Monday. We'll have Bud Shaw. Then we get Mary Kay Cabot on Tuesday, and Wednesday it'll be the D-Man, Dennis Maniloff. Actually, that's not true. Dennis will be here Thursday. He'll be here Wednesday. When's Doug going to be here? Okay, Doug LeMaurice of cleveland.com will be here on Thursday. So check your time and listings for the station closest to you. Andy Baskin does a great job on, well, here, but also on 93.3 The Fan. We appreciate him coming out. And let's take a look at the Facebook question of the day, see what's going on in your minds. Let's take a look at what the question was. Are you for or against the NFL adding a 17th regular season game in 2021? Obviously, it's a money grab for a league that thinks that they want to keep everybody healthy. If that was the case, they wouldn't even think about 17 games. Kevin Quinby says it's up to the players, of course, and the fans would want an extra game. We all know how the greedy owners would want an extra game also, but neither fans nor owners are sacrificing their bodies like the players are. No question about that. Then we have Andy Mees. While I like the idea of a regular season, the odd number of games would get it back with the home games, and the other half of the 9 would be road games. I think it would be fair anyway with the preseason games playing 16 regular season games. He's talking about you got to make up the money somehow. So at the first, obviously they've been playing 4 games beforehand up till now, then trying to cut it to 3 and then even 2. But look how much money we hate to side with the owners, but you have the Cleveland where the Browns play at First Energy. You have 70,000 seats, and you're the most you can put in because of the situation is 12,000. I mean, I don't feel sorry for these guys, but they miss an opportunity to make a lot of money, and the easy way to make it back is the exhibition games. I hated it when I paid for the tickets. I hate it when I don't pay for tickets. So that's it. 216-575-0403. We're going to say goodnight to Andy Baskin. You can hear him on 92.3 The Fan with Jeff Phelps, and that's every Monday through Friday on 92.3 The Fan. And I'll see you on Tuesday, or make that Monday. Of all the shows I've ever done, this was the most recent.